What's poppin', beautiful people? Welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. I'm excited to be here. James is excited to be here. Let's say hello, though, to James before we get into it. James, for those who are new to the channel, is from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. This is a channel we regularly collaborate with, so please see the link in the description so that you can subscribe to him.
Hi. Yes, please do. Hello. Hey, everybody. Yes, please like, comment, subscribe. Like all my videos, catch the replay on some of them so that way you can see how me and Mrs. Best collaborate and, enjoy yourselves. That's all we want you to do, is enjoy yourselves.
Please do. I am making changes to my channel. I'm going to keep announcing that just for the people who are here, more so for the music. Music content is something that I'm not going to really be incorporating too much into my content anymore. The reason why, for those who are wondering, is because I have the watch time hours and subscribers to monetize. The only reason I am not is because of all of the different things that come with the copyrights in terms of supporting other artists. So though that's something I love to do, if I ever want to make some money, I got to let go of that. So I'm going to be doing more recaps, discussions, podcasts, things of that nature, and no more music reactions. Anywho, y'all, what's poppin' to BM Rocks? Thank you for being here. You have tea about Stacey and TJ. Oh, dear God.
The only tea I want to see about them too is the court documents. And I just want to see that. That's the only tea you can give me, DM Rocks, about that. Otherwise, I could care less. But if you have the tea, if you have the tea about the court documents where he is suing her, please share those. Because I'm definitely happy to read them. But if it's not that, I don't care.
This has become a mess, y'all. This has become an actual mess. We love DM Rocks. For those new to the channel, DM Rocks is one of our day ones that always provides us with the tea, which I absolutely love. You guys, we're here to go over Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. This show was delayed. Many of my shows come on in like the spring, like after January, things like that. Most of James's shows are on right now, things such as Married to Medicine, Salt Lake City Housewives, Potomac Housewives, Bell Collective, Love and Marriage Huntsville will be back in November. So he's got quite a few shows. I feel like everyone should look into that. We have a time. In the meantime, through the winter, we'll be covering on this channel Married at First Sight, which we'll be covering tomorrow. We'll be going over Housewives, Wife Swap, which we'll do weekly. And then I am going to watch the new TLC show, Dangerously Obese. Someone recommended that to me to recap. I will see if it is recapable. If you know, you know. If it is, I will look into recapping it. James may join us. He may not. But I'm trying to give y'all something. Hell. Dear Rocks said, I saw the contract. It is true that she agreed to give him 50%.
I saw that too. I saw it as well. However, I want to see the court documents. I need to see that he is legally suing her, because this is all someone's able to provide me. And people are saying that he's suing her. I need to see the court documents, and nobody is producing it. Not TJ, not any of his other sources, nothing. I saw that contract. I need to see something different. Because that, to me, I'm sorry. I need to see the court documents.
And this is why I don't cover pop culture, y'all, because I didn't even know there was a doggone contract.
No,
I'm late to the party.
No, that got leaked last week. That his contract got leaked last week, and someone sent it to my DMs, and I was like, oh, okay, but that's fine. But I want to see the court documents following that. That's fine to see the contract. Fine, her signature is on it. His signature is on it. Fine. Where is the part where he's suing her?
But is it the whole thing that people just want to know that she did or did not agree to like pay him something, or it being fake? And doesn't the contract prove that? So what would be the point in a court document?
That's further proof, because to me, it's further proof that it's real.
I mean, the contract proves it's real if her signature's there and his signature's there. So
how do I know that's her signature?
Has she denied it?
She hasn't said anything. So that's why I'm like,
until she denies it, that's her signature. Or we could compare and contrast to other signatures that I'm sure are public of hers. But until it's denied,
I need more research.
Enough, because
I need more research.
if they have a contract, I don't know. I feel like I still don't buy it.
I don't either.
If the contract is a contract, hell, I didn't
A
know that.
contract is a contract, and he has legal grounds to sue. But court documents are public record, and I have not found them. I'm not paying that money to find them. If someone has the court documents, which if he filed, there's public proof of that, send that to me. Don't send me a contract, because at the end of the day, he didn't fulfill all the obligations of that contract. Did you read that part, DM Rocks? He was supposed to show up to the he was supposed to know. He was supposed to show up to all episodes, including the reunion. He didn't do it.
But even so, the contract exists. So obviously they agreed on something, because where there's smoke, there's fire.
No, I agree with you, but I'm just saying.
But now that everything has come out like this, the thing with Bravo fans, she lied. We knew Stacey was a liar. That is clear. Now that we know that she is lied, we don't need no more documents. We don't need no more nothing. What is TJ going to do?
Well, here's the thing.
That's the only thing I care about. If he is suing her, then fine. I want to see court paperwork. Until we see court paperwork, I'm just going to act like he hasn't sued her yet. But there is a contract that exists. I don't know what more people want, specifically the housewives on the show. It's like, okay, y'all know this lady be lying. She not going to ever give y'all 100% of her. And we can't make her. So I don't. TJ just wants to be relevant.
Well, she didn't lie about one thing, that divorce.
Well, yeah. But I don't think you would lie about something so close to you, involving your kid and things like that. But something like this, just the guy to date on the show, who cares? Because honestly, if she really wanted us to believe that she was dating somebody else, she wouldn't have chose him. She chose him because he was the person that would make her controversial. But he don't want to talk about that part. Because that man, to me, I still think he like boys. But that's another. That's neither here nor there, y'all.
Let's get back to the show. But thank you, DM Rocks. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Catch James's recaps of Potomac. Welcome in, Kevin Reynolds. I'm glad to see you here. I hope you're having a good day and week. Oh Lord, y'all! Housewives the tongue twister it is. Wife Swap Real Housewives edition has finally premiered. Bravo has came to their senses. Wendy's team has also spoken out. James has said something to me in just our personal conversations. He's like, Bravo probably panicked with these charges because the last few stars that have been charged have had some pretty egregious charges, like Beverly Hills, the Girardi foolery. That is that. And then Erica being held accountable and found to be liable for certain stuff. Then you got Jen Shaw fucking over the old folk. That's messed up. She was playing with the AARP members. Teresa and Joe playing with mortgage fraud. Like, there's been a lot, so I can understand them pulling it, but we now know when these episodes will air. The show is here. For anybody that doesn't know, Wife Swap was like a thing in the late 90s into the 2000s. It's interesting to see people swap lives. I thought the housewives would be swapping with other prevalent people, but they're swapping with random people, it looks like, though I feel like they might know of them. But Angie is going to be the star of this episode. She's from Salt Lake City Housewives, which we are recapping on James's channel every week. She's going to be switching places with the family in Idaho. Now, this family lives off grid. I don't know much about Idaho other than they grow potatoes. I'm just going to keep it real. And I only know that because it says that on the packaging when I purchase potatoes. Because I tend to read the ingredients and when I'm purchasing. I don't know shit about Idaho outside of potatoes and corn. So when they said off grid, I don't know why I would think like Seattle, somewhere in California, like even upstate New York. I don't know why Idaho did not come to my mind, but the family, the wife's name is Lindsay. She has a husband. She has 3 kids. They are clear people. They have to be colorless in order to live in these circumstances. Now, these people live what's called off-grid. Off-grid is not just like, living somewhere where you got to use wood to heat up your cabin that has running water and, plumbing. Off grid means they don't have running water, they don't have electricity, they don't have anything. And what they do have, they created. So these people have no power grid. For electricity, they use the solar panel. That part I can understand. It's not hard to, if we paid attention to earth science, we'll get it. Their closest neighbor is 30 minutes away. How does this, like, I had questions, James. That's kind of what it is. Like, do you like just pick any plot of land and just permanently camp? Did they have to pay for this land? Like,
yes, they had to pay for that land. The thing about it is that is something that our government probably owned at one point, but probably had to sell because paying the property taxes on it was probably hell. So that's probably why they sold it to those people initially and they built it. I can believe that because I don't believe that just belonged to somebody because it's such a random place in literally the middle of nowhere. Like there's no way somebody, just one sole person or one sole family owned all of that. There's no way that is possible. I feel like it should be illegal to raise children without at least the bare minimum of at least running water and plumbing. I think that should be illegal. I really do. Because that's not sanitary. And if kids get taken away due to crazy, harsh living conditions and environments, why isn't that one? I feel like if you're going to be an adult and live that way, fine. I'm not going to judge you. But when you have children, no, I'm sorry. That should be illegal. That really should be.
You got Mr. Best agreeing with you and cracking up at you at the same time. Because you ever think, y'all, like, we're going to get into it and dissect this. It's going to be kind of like a more funner thing to talk about, less serious compared to our other stuff. But, like, there's a lot that could be said and debated if you were to put each lifestyle up to it. And one of those things is what James said. If it was just these people, like me and my husband don't have kids, it's just me, him, and the cat. You feel me? If it was us and we said, let's go off grid, that, okay, we're adults, we could both do it for ourselves, whatever. But there's a couple things that I saw it to be problematic with. There's a reason that God gave us the mindset to create water and plumbing. There is a reason, because people were going through hell having to live the way they're trying to. There's also a way to be sustainable without working your fingers to the bone. Like, that's why I be cracking up at White Talk, because I'm like, y'all are doing all of this. And the reason this family is doing this is because the wife, Lindsay, she was diagnosed. When they said diagnosed, I'm like, oh shit, she had the cancer or she had diabetes, like something where, okay, you really have to change your lifestyle. This bitch said she had rheumatoid arthritis. I got that, y'all. It is true. If you change the way you eat, your symptoms can become a little bit more minimal. I don't have to take the prescription medications to address my arthritis because I changed the way I eat it. And I also have lost some weight. If you make genuine lifestyle changes, like, things do get better. I still have pain, but not enough to where I have to go and like deal with physical therapy and the constant treatments and injections and things like that. So, while I feel for her because arthritis is not fun, no struggle is, was it really so deep that the doctor handing you a pill for your pain made you think, I could just change how I eat and that'll help? Society has failed me. So now I don't need running water. I don't want the washing machine. I don't want electricity. I don't want cable. I don't want air conditioning. I don't want shit. Because my doctor handed me a pill for my arthritis. Listen, we know the episode was positive, it is well, but I'm just like, girl, can you have something deeper for me? I'm not, I thought they would for surely like maybe be like the clear people in Berkeley, James, that are just like totally like, just from the moment they breathed air, they were like, this is a blessing, love Mother Earth, like that type of energy. Like, it just, the way she described it made it seem like she got diagnosed with something which might have messed with her mind, and then she ran her family into the wilderness. Did you get that?
I got that. And as I said, that's a form of manipulation that I feel like if you want to make that decision for yourself, then fine. But don't hold me hostage to something that is so life detrimental change that literally how I think and how I breathe and how I know my life to be is going to be all different, because there's no way she would have been able to convince me to go over there. There's no way she would have convinced me to live under those conditions. Like, there's absolutely no way. Like, we would have got divorced right then and there.
Okay, James is clearly you not the friend I'm inviting camping. That's what I'm
No,
getting.
I would be useless.
You know,
I would be useless. Like, I am not the friend that you say, James, let's go naked and afraid. I am not the friend that you
wait a
say,
minute,
James, let's go.
ain't nobody gonna say let's go naked and afraid. We think something wrong with that. Now I grew up camping, did Girl Scouts, did a lot.
I'm talking about
I
the
know not
reality
that.
shows
I
that
know. I just don't like that show's idea because who the fuck goes and gets butt booty naked
and get
in the
eaten by a whole bunch
wilderness?
of ants and shit and thinking
Ain't no way.
that no, like
I cannot. I just cannot. Let me catch the he was happy to see Mary. I remember them saying during the episode they paid for the property. Yeah, I think they did say that at the beginning because this family also did have a regular lifestyle. It looks like they were doing well. They had a nice house,
they had a nice
careers,
house, yeah.
obviously insurance that pissed her off by giving her medication for her arthritis. I mean, they had it together. It's interesting, and that's why I wanted to cover it because I think a lot of people go into it kind of like this family did, thinking the housewife is going to be the problem when you can have everything or you could have next to nothing and still have a warped viewpoint or be a little judgy. So we'll get into that a little more. Let me catch Rox's comment also before we move forward. Did you hear about how Melissa had to hire security for the area she was in for her swap? I have not heard anything about Melissa's swap at all. I think everyone was so excited to see Angie because Salt Lake City's airing, and then all that stuff happened with Wendy that I think we kind of forgot about the rest of the people who are going to be on here. But
I don't put it past Melissa, to be honest with you. And to be honest, I wasn't looking forward to her episode at all.
I don't think anybody was.
I'm not looking, and I don't even know the lady in the silver dress. So I'm not even
Orange County.
Oh, okay. I see, and see, I only know Wendy and Angie because I cover both Potomac and Salt Lake City. And Mrs. Best does New Jersey for Melissa. So I didn't know her. So that's, to me, that's wild. Where does she go? Do we know where she went?
But I saw it was a black family, and New Jersey has they nice areas, and then the rest of the state's not so nice. So
she went to a hood in New Jersey. Is that what we're assuming?
I don't know, but I don't. If I see that these people have a nice house and they're just like in a regular middle class neighborhood, and she hired security for them and they black, I'm gonna be looking at Melissa with
she gonna get ready for absolute filth
on side of my neck.
I tell you, it ain't. Y'all thought I had a silver tongue for Heather. Oof. Melissa I'm telling y'all. Cause see, that ain't even cool, DM Rocks. Like yeah, thank you for the tea, but yeah.
Y'all. Moving forward, y'all. So the kids, there's 3 kids that the people who live off grid have, 2 boys and a girl. The kids meet Angie. They said that they thought initially, the kids are always funny. I love kids because kids don't have a filter. And honestly, as quiet as it's kept, that's why I'm here watching shows like this, like wife swapping things. The kids be cracking me up. Now, the kids said that they think and thought that Angie would be a brat. And the adults felt like Angie needed to be exposed to a different lifestyle. And I was like, okay, well, obviously the show had to have briefed them up on who these women were because they obviously knew of the Housewives and things of that nature. But Angie arrives to the house in Idaho or the compound, whatever the hell you want to call it. And she says the name of the episode. She says she's overdressed and underprepared. The thing of it is, Angie wears name brands and nice things, but I don't feel like she's overdressed often. Like, I've never felt like that. I feel like the most flashy things she does are her sunglasses, but I don't feel like she's too overdressed. But I do love Angie's house. But I noticed some things about her house in this episode, y'all, that I never noticed while watching Salt Lake City. I think because there's more going on in Salt Lake City, so we're not always paying attention to the house. We're paying attention to mannerisms and shade and things like that. Angie, number one, why does your bathroom have the tub and the shower see-through on glass, but your house is on a main street? Nothing's wrong with that. Why is your tub looking out at that main street? So you just be naked looking at the neighborhood?
Yeah, because I didn't see no drapes or no curtains.
There were no drapes, no curtains, and it was a street. She has a stellar view, and that house is beautiful. But I was just like,
maybe it's one of those where it's a two-way mirror where you can't see inside the house, but you can look out.
So.
That's really probably what it is, because I looked at that too.
Because she did have heated floors, which makes sense. That's how you know who really got money and who don't. Yeah. Big, shiny floors. And then when 7 a.m. hit, you trying to go to work and your feet hurt from the cold. Angie said, I'm going to heat my floors. Absolutely. The dishwasher, you knock on the dishwasher to open it. I strive to be, I got to pull my dishwasher open, but I'm just grateful.
Okay, so you just knocked twice. And the shit opens. I was like, okay, I want to be that rich, because I ain't never heard of no shit like that. Where the hell do you get a dishwasher where you just knock on it and the shit open?
I feel like I saw that when I was recapping Buying Beverly Hills, because they were all like luxury houses, but I had saw somebody like, where's the dishwasher? Because it didn't look like nothing was there. And he was knocking on shit. There was dishwasher, trash, compost bin, all sorts of stuff. Let me see what Kevin Reynolds is saying. Melissa was the alternative housewife because Crystal from the Housewives of Beverly Hills opted not to.
So out of everybody, they reach out to Melissa.
Her kids are older. When you think of housewives that have kids that are like age appropriate and like smaller, or at least school aged, like there's not very many options left. But Melissa at least has one of the boys. They're in middle school, I think, her boys. Oh, doesn't surprise me. Melissa's not. So I know a lot of people don't like her because of the stuff that happened on New Jersey, but I think the other half of it is without the drama, she's not that interesting. She really is just
right.
Wife. And
I don't think Crystal's that interesting either. But the thing about it is they went from Crystal and then thought that the best alternative would be Melissa. Out of everybody, out of all the housewives they could have asked, they felt like a great replacement to Crystal would be Melissa.
Crystal would have been a vibe, though.
She would have been. Yeah.
Made most Disney classics.
Right. Like, can you imagine wife swapping with Crystal from Beverly Hills and then going to her house and meeting Rob Minkoff? Like, I would faint. Because I would be like, oh my God, like, can I get some Lion King, trinkets for the way home? And like, yo, autograph, I need to take pictures. Like, this was my husband for 3 days, y'all.
Not for 3 days. I could not. Oh, moving forward, y'all. I literally hollered. Angie's looking around these people's house. Angie's just naturally funny. But I'm also, after this episode, it did warm me up to Angie K a little bit. I do think she's a sweetheart deep down. Because Mary don't mess with people unless they're genuine. Like, I give Meredith a lot of shit on the show, but she is who she is, and I respect her for that. And I don't think she's a bad person, and she'll stand up when stuff gets a little bit too crazy. So if Mary aligns with somebody, I start to look at them like, okay, you may not be that bad off camera. But Angie, you cracked me up looking at that painting of the husband in the house she was at. They had all their family pictures, and then there's this big ass painting of the husband fishing.
And no, Angie, she was like, "Is that my husband, or is this just a painting?" Like, what's going on?
Is this my husband, or is it art? I said, Angie.
Oh my God, Angie made me.
All of the little family pictures going around in circles, and then a big ass picture of this
And a
man
big
on
ass picture of him, like way in the sea somewhere with a fishing pole. Like I'm just trying to figure out, why do we have this? I mean, fine. If that's what people like to do, then fine. I'm not mad at it. But at the end of the day, it was weird how we have no other pictures of the family blown up, but we got this one of him blown up.
I, I just want them to Russell plumbing through the property. Beautiful property. All they need is water. Kevin said, I like Melissa. Hear me out. I like Melissa. Activated Melissa. She will read you for filth, get in your face. Love me some Melissa. But when she's like not in her environment of housewives, I'm not really too interested in her, if that makes sense. But I do like Melissa. People don't like that I like Melissa. If you go back to my Beverly Hills, or not Beverly Hills, my New Jersey lives. I don't like Teresa, but you know.
I don't like either one of them. So that whole Gorga and Giudice household can get off my TV screen. Both of them can go for me. I didn't like neither one of them.
Come too close into the Housewives of New Jersey when we don't want a family. We want like families, housewives, things like that. Speaking of which, New Jersey is finally test filming after severe hiatus. So we'll see. I haven't heard anything new on Rhode Island. So if anybody who knows anything about Housewives of Rhode Island, please give me updates because I'll cover it because I love Black Dolores, but we'll see. DM Rocks, you like Teresa? All right.
No,
that's
okay.
rare to see these days.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Hey, I'm more of the Dolo fan here. I love me some Dolores. So
I love Dolores.
That's my girl. Out of all of them, and then on occasions, and I mean on occasions, Marge. But yeah, I'm a more Dolo person. I like Dolores because I am the Dolores of my circle. So I know how to like maneuver through like people who be beefing, people. I know how to like be seen.
Extremely loyal. Like
yes.
He will give you back. If you come up to him trying to talk to him about me, yeah, I don't know why you coming to me talking to me about me the loudest he can.
Absolutely.
I said, oh, it's a good place to be. And she's proof that you can support your friends and be loyal without just going against people your friends aren't cool with.
Because every time I bring her some, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that's unfortunate. Oh, okay. And moves on. What we eating? That's what she do. What we eating?
I think she putting I do think she's putting foundation on Paulie though, because he ain't been so red in many of his photos anymore. I think she's doing something.
New Jersey, let me ask you, because why are y'all men red like that?
I'm convinced it's all the wine.
Is it? Because every man they get is red as hell. I'd be like, why y'all so red?
Kevin said Dolores is a flip-flop. You know what? She can be though. I will say that. I'm not going just because I love Dolores. I'm gonna be fair. She do have her moments where she flip-flop, especially if somebody calling her out about it. If she like to get mad, that's when she'll get bucked when she getting called out. But that's part of why she's friends with Teresa, because Teresa do the same thing. Dolores just does it with sense. Teresa don't be using her brain. Come on, New Jersey, come back because we miss y'all. I love them white bitches. I do. Move forward with this. Angie meets the kids. Before she meets the kids, I'm cracking up because meanwhile at Angie's house, Lindsay's there. Of course, Angie gave a scroll to put the rules that are going to be followed in her household. So the way Wife Swap works, for those who may not have watched it, the women switch lives. The women go and follow the rules of the household that they're in. And then after that, they impose their own rules. Usually it's done for a few more days, but I think after the previous seasons of Wife Swap, they didn't want to drive nobody crazy or get sued, so they limited it, which was smart. But Angie was very sweet with the kids. I loved how sweet she was with the kids. She was very down to earth. Angie took a lot of this in stride. I would have went the hell off if I found out that I had to shower in a tub outside with no cover. Like, you just got me outside in the wilderness.
Which is why I said once again, this should be illegal, because why would you want the kids to look at your hind parts and titties?
How do they disinfect? Because Rose brought up the toilet. Now, Rose is Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Happy Friday, Junior. But Rose, thank you for bringing up this toilet because this toilet made my motherfucking teeth itch, and I'm gonna tell you why. I used to work daycare, and one thing about babies and kids is you have to be sanitary. I now work in hospitals and in healthcare. I'm gonna tell you this: work in public health, I am a germ phobe, and I don't understand how you can have kids and just let the shit sit. I know it's coming out of you, but you mixing them all together, you putting them in one toilet, and then it's just sitting there for long periods of time. Do they use Lysol, or is that like allowed? Like, what do they do?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what they did. But to me, that's why I said it's crazy how this is not illegal when you have children, because that to me is such a like the fact that we had to see Angie pull that shit out that damn toilet, literally in a bag, a compost bag. And then she had to put it in a bigger trash bag and throw it out. It was like, there is no way. You got a husband and some kids all doing this. And it's like, I had so many questions on it. I said, do y'all do this every time someone shit? Do y'all do this once a day? Like, I had so many questions that were not answered because
James is fighting for his life right now.
Because no, I literally was voice messaging Mrs. Best. I was like, girl, not they have a compost, and Angie is like, there's no way, y'all. I would have went home. I would have said, production, cut. I cannot do this. I am so sorry.
Angie is a sweetheart. I'm gonna agree with this. She said she was not a fan of Angie this much until seeing how she was such a team player, doing all the chores. Not only did Angie do every single thing she was out to do, she ate that dry ass oxtail. And I want Angie to come to my house and let me cook her some oxtail so that she understands it's not tough.
Or better yet, come to my house where I actually have a Jamaican who can actually give you the real thing. And you come to either one of our houses, we will fix it right. Because I looked at that and I said, he didn't let it cook long enough. It looked tough.
It was the thing of it is, Angie was a team player. I think we're going to agree with that. But that just stressed me out. Now, we get past the nastiness a little bit, which I was happy about. Angie gets to the rule change. What she decides to do for Lindsay's kids is give them a meal. She said she couldn't do it. She was hungry after eating the oxtail. So she took them to eat somewhere. Looked like somewhere in the middle of nowhere, but stuff that kids love, simple stuff. Looked like they had burger, fries, things like that. She got the kids milkshakes. The kids loved it. I think you're not going to kill your kid giving them a milkshake. I understand that we're heavy in our beliefs and stuff, but childhood should be fun. The fact that these babies was just eating meat, tough meat at that, and they're not getting like desserts and stuff, like give your kids something every so often.
Well, teach them, give them the option, because it's not like these kids were raised in this. Like, let's be very clear. Maybe with the exception of the little baby girl, I don't know, because they haven't been living out there that long. So it's like you took them and completely culture shocked them and then kind of isolated them from things that could be of norm to them. So when they get grown and they want to go to college, you want to make sure that they're clean, for one. You want to make sure that, a lot, and they're sanitary, because my worst fear is that they'll use a bathroom and not flush the toilet. So it's like, you want to make sure like your kids have
understand the regular.
Yeah, like that's not regular, that it is off grid.
That's the problem, that I think it's okay to teach and share your beliefs with your kids, but you don't want to, if you know that your way is not the traditional way, or a way that is opposite of how society moves, then make your child aware, like, this is what we're doing, but this is how they do it, so that they'll be able to do that code switch. But it was a weird situation. I was happy to see the dad like let the kids have the snack, because I didn't know how that would go, because back in the day on Wife Swap, like,
they used to get mad at that shit.
Parents would lose their minds, kids having meltdowns from not taking vitamins, like. So it's nice to see the kids enjoy it. And it shows that maybe they are teaching their kids some of it, because the kids were like, we know it's not good for you, but it sure did taste good. It was fun. I was like, oh, the
But
baby.
see, and even that in itself, because it wasn't like milkshakes are not that bad for you because it's milk, it's calcium. It may have a lot of sweet things in it, but it's supposed to be a blend of both, where it's not the most unhealthiest thing you can get on a menu. So to me, I feel like it was a good balance for me. Looking at it, I was like, okay, milkshake is not that bad. It's not like she's taking them to the chocolate factory and giving them a whole bunch of sugar and making them go hoots. She's, kind of normalizing it. So I don't know. I just felt
It was nice of Angie to do that, though.
yeah, it was. It was. I feel like she could have went way. She could have did way worse. To me, I feel like Angie could have said, "Okay, we're packing it up and going to a hotel and making them go to the Four Seasons." That's what I thought she really was about to do. Like honestly, I really thought in my headspace.
I didn't, and the reason I didn't is because something I complain about on your recaps on Salt Lake City often with Angie. Everything she does seems performative and not often like it's the actual her. If it was Salt Lake City, I feel like she might have done that. But in this situation and dealing with actual people, I feel like she knows when to put it on and when to turn it off. So it definitely helped Angie out. I'm going to look at her like, I'll probably be harder on her, honestly, on your recaps, because now I'm going to be like, okay, bitch, so you know how to turn it on and turn it off. Act accordingly, Angie, on Salt Lake City. Act like you have some sense. Now it makes sense why Mary was so mad at her for snapping.
I tried to tell you that.
Now it makes a little sense, because if you just entirely change, I'm like, still give your friend some grace, Mary. I still stand by that. But because the conversation didn't have to turn into this and that about farts and all of that. But it makes sense. It makes sense. D and Roxy love chocolate milkshakes. You guys, I grew up vegan because I grew up Muslim. I had my first milkshake with my husband at In-N-Out Burger, and it was chocolate, and it was the best thing ever. It was in 2017.
We have a couple of different places here in Phoenix. I don't think I'll have time to take you to them, but honestly, the best milkshake I ever had was at the Soda Jerk, and the Soda Jerk actually does craft milkshake, custom milkshakes where they put like an ice cream sandwich with like a whole bunch of like, it's really creative and it's really good.
Damn, I can't have that right now anyway. I'm 19 pounds down. I'm trying to keep it going. I'm trying. Ooh, if I have a milkshake, I'm gonna inflate.
Me too, but hey.
And James is like, I'm gonna enjoy my shit.
Yeah, every now and then. Listen, I've had more milkshakes in this injury than I've had in the last 10 years.
You got to do something to make yourself happy.
Right, exactly.
Surgery, and my big cousin was bringing me like ice cream constantly. He's like, you got to have some type of joy. You just laid up in the bed.
I've never had a surgery, and see, I was waiting for somebody to bring me a tray full of In-N-Out burgers. You know, the ones where you can get tray, like In-N-Out has an option where you can get like a catering menu, and it's like 30 burgers in this one little tray. I was waiting for somebody to bring me that, and nobody did.
James, who the hell is going to bring you 30 burgers in the desert?
I don't know, but I'm just, well, girl, I live in the city part of the desert. Don't be doing me like that. But anyways,
it's hot out there.
It ain't hot right now. It wasn't hot. Well, it was hot when I got surgery.
In the desert, and somebody was like, "Can you bring me this?" Absolutely not, because that means I have to be exposed to outside for the 30 seconds it takes me to get from my house to my car, and I don't want that.
See, this is why she don't live in Arizona. This is why she would live in Arizona, y'all. Because if I ask her to bring me something and her ass don't do it, I'm gonna cuss her out right on this live. See, that's why.
And I have DoorDash.
I didn't ask him. I asked you. I asked you to because I want to see
DoorDash, you. Uber Eats, Postmates. Ask Leona. She be cussing me out. Bitch, you don't ever want to get up. Nope. But she also live in Vallejo. Would be like, hey, can you come over real quick?
Y'all see how she do me? Knowing that she called me and say, James, can you bring me something? No, my ass to be there before she even hang up the phone.
Well, you see, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna get it to you. You just won't physically receive it from
me. It is special. Y'all put it in the chat. It is special. It means so much more when your friend brings it to you and show their presence when you in your need of care. It is so much. It means so much more. Not when
I'll
you send the shit and I
FaceTime
got
with
to
you.
get up
That's your
and I got to
dickhead.
get up and answer the door when you could just walk in. See, never mind, y'all. Wife swap, Real Housewives edition.
I be telling people I ain't shit. Nobody believe me. AGK is very performative. Hence one of the many reasons why I do not see it for AGK. Yeah, her like the scroll when she did it on Salt Lake City, I didn't like it.
Y'all, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all I could not stand Angie K for the life of me. If y'all go back and watch my Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I complained about Angie K all through them episodes of season 4. If y'all go back and watch them, y'all will hear me say they kept the wrong housewives. Because it was out of Angie K, Angie Harrington, and Dana. I said they should have kept Dana instead of Angie K, and I still stand by that. I would much rather have saw Dana than any of them because Dana was the only one who brought it out of them 3. But they preferred to keep Angie K, and that's because what we learned is Angie K was trying to get on season 1. And because it was a test pilot, it was kind of one of situations where they probably couldn't afford to bring all of them like that. So they phased her in season 3 when Mary left the show. So,
Yeah, that's another thing that irritated me, Rose, was that comment. I was like, okay, so you're very in tune, Angie, with what the audience says, and you're just going to keep saying it so that it could look iconic. But when you're reaching for it, it's not iconic. It just comes off as desperate. Just be authentic, Angie, and we'll like you. That's what you did on this episode, I thought. Now, back at Angie K's house, before we get to Angie K's house, she does take the husband out in Idaho. They go out, they have whiskey. Them kids, what went on in this family's household? Because the move to the wilderness seems abrupt, and the kids was real scared that dad was going to cheat on mom.
I know. I was like, okay, what y'all know about cheating?
Because I thought they was homeschooled or something. I'm
like,
what
y'all know about cheating? Wait, back up. This is okay. Wait a minute. I need Mr. and Mrs. Flake to answer some questions here because they said that were real confident. Are you gonna go cheat on mom?
And I think they was really concerned because I'm like,
it was like, what y'all think this is? Wait a minute.
Why are y'all really living in the wilderness? Because now I'm looking and I'm like,
okay, y'all had Betsy in the corner over there looking at daddy. Is that what happened? Like Betsy over there at the Piggly Wiggly was over there looking at daddy. Is that what happened?
Not the Piggly Wiggly. Kevin, start with him. I love it.
You know what, Kevin?
Thank you, Kevin, for not telling me I ain't shit. Because I sure will send somebody to you. But I
You know what, Kevin? We not finna start this today. We not finna start this today. We not gonna start. Listen, I am not needy. I am not needy in the least bit. I'm so glad Gio ain't here right now because he would be screaming. Yeah, he'd be screaming from you. I would hear him from the other room way across the way.
Telling a lie.
Right. I am not needy by any means necessary. I am not. I actually do everything for myself. You can ask Mrs. Best. She'd be looking at me like I'm crazy at times. I'm not needy. And then she gonna be quiet. You know, you look I love you. I'll be reading you for filth right now.
I don't think that James is needy. I'm just laughing and cracking. But no, James does do a lot for himself.
Yes.
He does.
And for those around me, she be telling me to stop. She do. She like, she be like, James, you better stop. They can do that for themselves. And what is you doing? Why every time you be healing from knee surgery? I'm the most selfless person ever. I really am. Like, I'm just not. I'm not I will take care of myself before I let someone else do it. Like, I really will.
I take care of others Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. After that, if you ain't the cat, my husband, or a handful of others, I don't know. Let me see. It's okay. Not always making me something to eat. What you eating, Shani?
Okay, because I'm hungry. I was gonna cook.
But I thought that was odd with the little kids. Now, Angie's house, the wife is doing the cleaning. I guess Angie does a lot of cleaning. They maintain their home on their own, which was kind of refreshing for a housewife. Um, this is where we see the knocking on the dishwasher and all of that. But during the rule change, Lindsay decides to put Angie's family into the backyard. Angie's house is interesting because her backyard is really small. It really is like just this patch of grass.
It's just all house.
It's all house. It's all house. But she put them in the backyard, and Electra was not happy. I wouldn't be happy. And the lady, like the way that she was like, yes, okay, I'm back in my element. To put a damn tent in the backyard was kind of like, okay, this is weird. I think you have an unhealthy attachment to the wilderness or something, lady.
I
Like,
think, yeah, I think we need to be having you seek some therapy because, like, being in the wilderness should not get you to be that exert like that. Like, to me, it almost made me feel like yo tickle fancy was on when you was sitting up there in that backyard, that little bit of feet, the little bitty ass tents, and gutting that fish like that. There's something's not right here.
the fuck I'm gonna be getting fish guts all over the grass and the lawn and shit when there's a countertop and a sink inside.
And then how we cooking that fish too?
Exactly.
Cause I ain't see no barbecue grill. I ain't see no fire. I ain't see nothing. How you like? Don't tell me you one of the people that eat the snapper raw.
I know they didn't catch the fish. So if you didn't catch the damn fish, you went to buy it. You could have bought the damn fish already gutted, and you may as well put the fucking fish into a gas or electric stove. Whatever you got to do. But I get it. She was trying to bring a piece of her to them. Electra was miserable. They weren't happy. While this lady is in the middle of gutting the fish, Mary knocks on the door and comes in. Mary is a star. Mary does not need her own show. Mary does not need to, she could be a friend of, have her own show, whatever the hell it is. Mary can do anything. Now, Mary walked into Angie's house, which I'm laughing at because she was just crying to Angie in the last episode. Oh, today you opened the door for me. Mary walked her ass in Angie's house and looked, it was like, oh, there she is. And Mary's face was everything because we already saw Mary talk about bringing a fish back to life and resurrecting the fish like it's Jesus. And now Mary's having to watch a fish be destroyed. The lady looking at Mary, she's like, you don't like snapper? I love snapper, but not like this, not like this. And Mary is just looking at Angie's husband and Electra like, what is happening in this world? Now, I cracked up because Mary looked at the lady and was like, oh, we have to go rescue her. That
Can y'all picture Mary in the compost toilet working out? Can y'all picture
Mary rescuing Angie?
You can see Mary. But you can see Mary in the car service in the backseat fuming. Like, look, Mary look around like this. What?
Mary looking
through the window. Lord, looking through the window like, I ain't getting out this car. and yeah, that's what Angie, come on.
I'll never forgive Mary for knocking on that window at Mary's. You see, they having their ceremony, and she.
That was the one time I resonated Mary with really being a black woman. Was that right there? Because y'all know y'all didn't have an auntie that did that before. Everybody know that y'all didn't have an auntie that would look through the peek through the window like this, trying to figure out where they going, and ain't afraid of nothing. Not sure if they interrupted
her
something.
Good wig and her good fur. I love Mary. I love Mary. She's hella funny. Let me catch the comments before I move forward. Shetty said, I think I would have been done when they said you have to change the bag in the toilet. Experiment over.
Absolutely. I would have went home right then and there, but oh, okay, see, I can't do this. Well, the fact that the tub was outside and there's no plumbing, I would have left then. I would have told the producers, y'all would have saw me break the fourth wall immediately, be like, I'm sorry.
Toilet hit her face after it like whoosh, when it closed. I would have been done.
She said, oh, and it stinks. And I said, oh, no, see, yeah. That's first of all, that's not sanitary. That is not no, 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 no. That's why I said that should be illegal. That really should be because we've seen people get their kids taken away for even less harsh environments. Why would that not count?
I have a feeling these people have a house or an RV or something somewhere, and the show just didn't want to show us. Kevin Riddle said Electra gives entitled vibes since Future Snob.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
she's a teenager. I think that I haven't met a teenager that didn't give me like entitled vibes to a little extent. I think she is a Nepo baby, so of course she's gonna have a certain sense of it, but I'm gonna give her grace because she's still a younger teenager.
She's still a younger teenager, and you have to remember that Angie and her husband babied the fuck out of her too. Like she was still sleeping in a bed up until she was like 12. So it's like y'all have to understand that does a lot to a child's mental, and that's right there is a self entitlement because you're allowed to still be that brat versus maturing, and then you keep getting thrown things at you. Like yeah, no, I can definitely see why she does, but that's how she was raised, and
that's what you get. You get out of your kids what you put into them. You put into the materialism and snotty attitudes. That's how she'll be perceived. I think Sean was enjoying himself. We know from Salt Lake City he does like being outside.
Yeah,
they go camping. So it's interesting because Angie and Sean do exactly what the family was saying. They feel like she could have been exposed to this. She is, but you can camp. You can live and have things, just like the mom said as soon as she got in Angie's house. I'm still going to be conscious of how much water I use. Like, yes, absolutely, you should be. You can enjoy the things you have and the luxuries of life, but be conscientious of how much you use.
baby, that's why they invented a dishwasher, because a dishwasher use less water than we do washing the dishes. So yes, you are using less water when you do that. So please don't miss me with that comment, because she kind of pissed me off when she said that. It was like, yeah, it was kind of like
judgmental, more so than the husband.
And here's the thing. Angie wasn't really judgmental. Like everything was just a shock. Like I can't believe I got to shower outside with my hind parts exposed. What if one of the children walk outside and see me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Angie had like valid concerns of like why things weren't. This lady just walked through that house like, oh my gosh, like I would never have this. Why do I have to knock out the dish? Oh, that's so excessive. It was like, ma'am, these are millionaires. They designed a house. Like, what you want them to do?
You complaining about having help to do a dishwasher, but all in the same time, which we'll get to later, the lady also expressed how sometimes she cries from having to do so much. You don't have to be doing this though. Shani says she wouldn't use the tub, but I would have went to the hot springs. Yeah, that part was cute.
That part was cute. I like that part too.
The little girl is very entitled. You know, she ain't sleeping in that bed with them no more.
She shouldn't have been sleeping. She shouldn't have been sleeping in that bed in the first place with them. When Angie exposed that in season 4, and that girl was like 10 or 11, I was like,
That was weird.
That was weird. Like, no.
I still don't fully buy it though. I
buy it.
I still don't fully buy it.
I know. I think it happened absolutely because they give me that. They give me that they use that daughter as a crutch to not deal with each other. And that gives me like, yeah, that it made 100% sense to me. It did.
Kevin Riddle says still couldn't care less. He said he not giving Electra no passes. Fight me. Hey.
Oh gosh.
I mean, she probably is snobby to a certain extent the way she grew up, but hopefully she'll grow out of it. I love my dishwasher. Me too.
Me too.
God bless.
I gotta go load mine right now.
She said, "Yeah, that dishwasher comment from Wife Swap irked me too. Honestly, was not feeling her at all. This lady was mad judgmental, and I could just sense. And it could be that I overanalyze this stuff from work and just how I am, but it just gave that the reason they living off grid based on them comments them babies made, worried that daddy was gonna cheat on mommy. It gave that he was having fun when they was on the grid, and." Yeah,
because he sure did. Look, he was doing them dance moves in that club, in that bar. I was like,
yeah, He's like,
I
yeah,
said,
I think whiskey.
okay.
Like, right, you don't go outside, but you go get the
Yeah.
stiffest drink you could find.
Yeah, right, and you dance way better than I ever could. So wait a minute,
Right.
hold on, like, come on, sir. I'm not buying that either. I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. Like to me, and here's the thing. This is another thing that pissed me off about this lady. Where the fuck did you think you were going? Because not everybody lives off grid. You weren't going to another person's house who was off grid as well. Where did you think you were going? Of course, you were going to go to someone who lives in some epitome of America's normal. Like, come on, like, come, lady, miss me with that. But yeah, she do. She need therapy because she was crying too damn much for me too. That was another thing that was kind of, pissing me off too. All that damn crying, because it was like, what the hell is you crying for?
Lord Jesus.
Like Angie had the only time Angie cried was when she was saying goodbye to the kids, because you could tell. And this is another thing I'm gonna say about Angie. You could tell Angie wanted more kids.
Yep.
You could tell Angie wanted more kids. Like I looking how she was attentive to all, not just the baby girl, but all of the other kids too. You could tell she definitely wanted more kids, but consumed her life so much in her businesses where that was probably a missed opportunity. Because Angie's in her 50s now. So it's kind of like you can't really, I mean, you could, but it's kind of harder to have baby children now.
She's past it, but at the end of everything, Angie did gift the kids with some Greek flags on glasses. That's where we got the high body count comment. Angie, you do look very good for your age, though, without the makeup, bare-faced. So, as she spoke about that, which I appreciated, another reason Lisa Barlow could have never done this show. You do become more conscientious of how you look when you're in public on camera, even if you're not famous. Like James cares to keep his hair cut. I care to keep my hair done and not just be on here in a bonnet and scarf and all of that. Like that's part of human nature, but it's nice to see Angie actually reflect and get something out of it. The husband said to Angie that her being open to his thoughts and feelings about the choice in the way that they live is all he can ask for. I thought that was a deeper message, especially with what's going on in our current climate. If you are a good old American, you don't have to have the same opinions as other people, but sometimes at least be willing to hear their perspective, even if you don't agree with it, and just because you don't agree doesn't mean it has to be a battle or a fight with people. But overall, that was pretty much the episode. I thought it was positive. I didn't think that the other family was going to be more interesting and surprising than Angie's family. I think the only thing that did kind of surprise me is Electra. She was very off-putting the entire episode, but she enjoyed the little gardening. I think wife swap would be like a fun little thing for us to talk about weekly, so I'll keep doing it. But how'd you feel about the premiere as a whole, James?
I was actually, Kevin Reynolds just took it out of my mind. I think we can't just glance over the fact that how Sean did that hair. Sean, you may need to go back to hairdressing. Is he still? I don't think he's still hairdressing. He did the shit out of her hair. I didn't even recognize that lady when she got out the chair. I said, "Oh," I said, "Sean could do him some hair."
Yes,
said,
honestly, when it comes to hair, nails, getting beautified, my braider, I love her to death. But when it comes to like nails, things like that, some of my best nail techs, hairstylists, like for my natural hair guy, does it. Men sometimes they do a better job, and I think it's because y'all are visual creatures, and that works out. That definitely works out. But Sean dip, she was bouncing and behaving.
Okay, that hair was doing everything. I said, okay, because see, when you think about Angie's episode when Angie had to do Heather's hair and how Angie was messing the shit up, I was like, okay, I could tell who really do hair out of y'all as a couple, because the way Sean and
Angie
he flipped
is
that
business aspect, and Sean is probably
the stylist.
Actually doing it, and that's probably why it works. Some couples can work together and can work well together.
Exactly, but that was part of the element we don't see on the show. That's what I'm trying to get at. We don't see that business element of them two, because now I have a clearer vision now. Angie is the mouthpiece. Sean does the the physical work. Because once Angie was doing Heather's hair, I was like, Angie, put that shit back.
That's why I always say, Housewives, we watching them, not their husbands. That's why the name in itself is like, okay, they're housewives, but A lot of times it's impossible to know the dynamics that they really do have in their business, relationships, all of that, because they're sharing a couple minutes of screen time with a bunch of other people. But that is a very good point and something I noticed. This will help us see some of the housewives in a different light, because we only ever see them in BravoCon, Watch What Happens Live, arguing with each other while stuff is filming. Like, we don't get to see too much. But yeah, she was off-putting. Hopefully she ain't like that at school. But
I hope not, because I would hate to be her teacher.
the gay Asian dude named Lee on 125th Street in Amsterdam used to do my nails back in the day. I'm trying to tell you, men, my best nail techs have been men. This nail tech I have right now, shout out to Katrina. She's really, really good. And she's one of the only women that I will let consistently do my nails. But
See, I don't get my nails, or I need to get a pedicure actually. But I don't really get it. And in the majority of times, there are men who do it out here in Phoenix a lot. So I kind of can see that. I kind of can see it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I low-key want some airbrushed ombres.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
I love nails, y'all. Every single 10 days, I change my nails.
She do. I will be texting her. She'd be like, "James, get my nails done. I can't do the video right now." I said, "You just got your nails done just the other week. What the hell are you doing new nails?" I said, "Girl,
I'm a simple person.
Thank God I'm into men, and all he requires is an edge up and a shave, because at the end of the day,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Nails, clothes, shoes. I love it. I wish that my husband would accept that he doesn't need a closet, but you know, it is that. Let me catch the last comment. Off topic. Did you see the Married to Medicine trailer? Dr. Heavily was demoted to friend of.
Yes.
Dr. Simone needs to go next. So Dr. Heavenly was only demoted not because they wanted to demote her, but because Bravo gave her the option to either commit full-time to the show or to be devoted to a friend of, and she chose to commit full-time to her congressional run. That's what I understood it to be. Regardless, Dr. Heavenly being a friend of, I think it'll still provide the show some interest. If she somehow wins her congressional run and makes it into office and leaves the show, I think it will show people how needed she was. But Dr. and Simone's overbite, I'm tired of watching them. I want them to go into medicine. I want them to retire or go and start their own show mentoring new young Black OBGYNs coming into the field, but they don't need to be in this group no more.
So I'm going to say this because I had heard from another YouTuber. I don't remember who it was, but allegedly it's in their contracts that they cannot run for political office and be a full-time cast member. So from what I understood, based on this, she's going to be in every episode. So she's not going to be the typical friend of the show. She's going to literally be in everything. She just cannot be a full-time cast member. And Mrs. Best is right. I think that directly, if she does win, then she will have to scale it back or even leave the show altogether, which, if this is really her calling and purpose, I support that. But I'm going to tell y'all now, when Dr. Heavenly leaves the show, they might as well kiss the show goodbye. Because what they're going to do is they're going to put it all on Quad now. I guarantee you, because without Dr. Heavenly to get the mess going, it really is not that entertaining of a show. Because they all piggyback off of having a beef with her in some capacity. So I really want to see what the ladies will do if she does win the election and has to leave the show. I really want to see what they're going to do. Because my interpretation of it is that they're probably not going to do much of anything. Heavenly had said that in an interview also. She said that she didn't know if she couldn't run while being... Yeah, they said that as well. I knew that already. But I thought that they may have made an exception to her because she's their hit dog. Like, she's the one who brings it.
They don't need to bring Mariah back.
No, please don't.
Where Mariah needs to be. And with her being executive producers, do not need to also be filming alongside the cast members that they are executively producing. That, to me, is a conflict of interest, and it never works. Look at Melody from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
It just never
You
works.
look at Shawnee, it never works. It just never works
works.
out. And to me, it's not that I didn't like Mariah. I just felt like the fans of the show weren't particularly holding her accountable for her messy ways like they were holding the other cast members for their messy ways. It kind of felt like they were letting her be the scapegoat because she was funny. And it was like, okay, but she got messed up ways too, the same way Heavenly does. So why would I excuse one? That's why I wish I had my channel back then, because I will hold them equally as accountable. I felt like, to me, they both were wrong. And I'm speaking about Heavenly and Mariah. So that's why I wouldn't want Mariah to come back, because I feel like it's been too long of her being gone from the show that I feel like she wouldn't fit in with the current cast anyway, and let her just get her residual checks and just move on. Like, I don't think she needs to come back. This was great. This was great for what she did. I am proud of her as a fellow African-American who has come on national TV and was able to pitch a show and it do this successfully. I am proud of her for that, but I feel like her time on the show, no, I don't want to see her back.
Yeah. But that was it, you guys, for today. We'll be live again tomorrow on my channel to go over Married at First Sight. It does air on Peacock. I'm not quite sure where else it's airing. I know if you have Prime Video, you should be able to access it through Peacock. If you have Peacock, obviously you can watch it. I think it's on Hulu. I saw something online. Oh, Lord. Carly.
Oh, God. Oh, really?
But we'll go over Married at First Sight tomorrow. James will be back on his channel on Saturday for Bell Collective and the Braxtons. I may or may not do Dangerously Obese, which is a new series that aired on TLC. I will let you guys know. Other than that, I do hope that everyone enjoys your evening. Shout out to the Replay Gang. Thank you to James. The link to his channel's in the description. Good evening.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.